Every child has a story. No matter who they are or where they live, they have dreams of doing big things. They have unique talents and they face obstacles. But some children face more obstacles than others, sometimes a lot more. Things like generational poverty, schools that are under-resourced, criminal justice, foster care, hunger, and even homelessness. Believe it or not, there's actually a number that can predict how many obstacles like these a child will face. This number is their zip code. Now, there isn't any one person to blame for this. It is a problem generated by 1,000 factors, and it continues one generation after another. This problem can seem overwhelming and too complicated to solve, but it isn't. Friends of the Children is a nonprofit organization that's been breaking the cycle of poverty one child at a time. We know that any child in any situation can succeed, even those facing the most obstacles. To that end, we provide a salaried professional mentor called a friend for each child who works with them from kindergarten to graduation, 12 and a half years, no matter what. These mentors work with each child every week on 9 core assets of personal strength, like growth mindset, problem solving, and self-management, all of which they will need to overcome the many obstacles in their path. It is a big investment to commit to a child for their entire childhood, but it's a model that's been working for over 25 years. While 60% of our children's parents have been impacted by the criminal justice system, 93% of our children avoid the criminal justice system. 50% of our parents didn't have the support necessary to graduate high school. 83% of Friends Youth celebrate graduation. 85% of our parents started parenting during their teen years. 98% of Friends Youth wait until after their teen years to become parents. Each dollar invested in a child returns $7 to the community. The Harvard Business School Association of Oregon estimates that helping one child through this program can save the United States around $900,000. But what these numbers don't capture is the immeasurable value of changing one single life. Children in our program become leaders in their community and successful in their careers, which has ripple effects to their siblings, peers, and neighbors, but also to their children, breaking the cycle of generational poverty. Friends of the Children is growing rapidly as communities across the country are experiencing the power of how one changes a child's story. One friend, one child, 12 and a half years, no matter what.
Hello, and welcome everybody to Friends of the Children Tacoma's virtual open house. I hope you're relaxing with your viewing party tonight because you are in for a treat. This evening, you'll get an exclusive tour of the clubhouse here in Tacoma, and you'll get to meet a very special guest who's been kind enough to share her experiences with us. On behalf of Friends of the Children Tacoma, thank you for your being with us. Your partnership supports critical one-to-one and family engagement activities that not only promote positive social-emotional development and academic progress for our children, but also supports families across multiple dimensions of health, security, and safety. Each child enrolled in our program is matched with a full-time paid professional mentor, a friend, who provides 14 to 16 hours of service a month to each child and their caregiver from kindergarten all the way through high school graduation, 12 plus years, no matter what. Through deep relationships with our region's hardest to reach children and families, our program addresses the academic, social, emotional, physical, and mental health needs of each child, while also providing supportive factors for each family such as basic needs, economic supports, child care, and more. As the executive director of this organization, my role is more than just work. It's service, my passion. Operating in the capacity as the leader of Friends Tacoma gives me great joy. However, there's no greater joy in this work than seeing the smiles on the faces of kids and families as we show up to support them on their path to success. That is what makes this real, and that is what keeps me driven. I encourage you, most of all, to find a way to get involved today. Whether by giving of your time or financial contribution, it's your remarkable stewardship that is directly impacting children and families facing the most extreme systemic barriers through Friends of the Children's intensive, long-term professional mentoring. So, without further delay, let's jump into our milestones for 2021 at Friends of the Children Tacoma. I'm pleased to share the following update on our first year of operations. Your partnership has been integral to the early success of our chapter as we enrolled our first cohort of children and caregivers. Thanks to you, we are already making a tremendous difference in the lives of some of Tacoma's most vulnerable youth. Friends Tacoma was established to serve local children at the highest risk of abuse, neglect, and entry to foster care. Friends Tacoma collaborates with a diverse array of local agencies to identify and enroll children and to help families build networks of resources and people. We are proud because we are currently serving nearly 40 children and their caregivers, and every day that number continues to grow. The long-term, consistent, and stabilizing support that a friend provides helps children and their families heal from trauma and build healthy relationships, all of which has a direct, positive, and measurable impact on youth. Thank you once again for your support of our commitment to making Tacoma stronger, one child at a time. We look forward to our continued partnership with you in 2021. Finally, construction of our office building has been completed, and we are now designing our program space for when in-person service is safe. We set up an Amazon wish list through which generous supporters like you have purchased age-appropriate seating, interactive activity sets, arts and craft kits, books, brand new toys, and much more for our children. Our ability to reach and serve our target population is in part a result from strong collaboration with community partners. Friends Tacoma is working closely with our local offices of the Washington State Department of Children, Youth, and Families. We're also extremely excited to give a huge shout out to the Tacoma Central Co-op's Community Partners Program that has helped to make this event possible tonight, all working to make this vision for our community come true. From all of us at Friends Tacoma, our kids and families, and staff, to the good people at the Central Co-op, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Starting early and committing to our children throughout their developmental years is critical. Therefore, all children currently enrolled are between the ages of 4 and 6. We select children who face multiple systemic obstacles as they write their own story of hope and resilience, and we are confident the impact our program is making will create a ripple effect not only for the individual child, but for the entire family unit. A core part of our model is advocating for youth in school and giving educators a fuller picture of what our youth, their students, need. We're building strong relationships with Franklin Pierce School District and Tacoma Public Schools to both identify children who can benefit from our programs and who we can support throughout their academic journeys. Friends traditionally spends 2 hours a week in the classroom with each child they serve. This looks different now as all services are currently being offered remotely due to COVID-19, but our commitment remains the same. So, one question we get all the time is, what exactly is a friend? Friends create meaningful experiences to explore each child's unique talents and interests. Additionally, friends empower parents or caregivers in a number of ways, including building social capital, expanding their networks through family engagement, connecting them to concrete supports like housing, education, and employment pathways, or simply being present during a crisis. Here to tell us more about what a friend is one of our very own, Demi El-Khatib.
My name is Demi El-Khatib, and I'm a professional mentor or a friend. Being a friend is being there for the youth every day, no matter what they need, no matter what their family needs. Some of those needs are just being present in their everyday activities. Every day is something different. The youth have so many barriers that they have to overcome every day, and every day we just work on those little small steps to get them to have a healthy adulthood. I'm looking forward to going to this school. I really am excited to see them on an educational level and to really help them blossom in that aspect, because we are talking about 4, 5, 6-year-olds. So I think that starting at that kindergarten, preschool age is really going to be beneficial for them to have that foundation of literacy, that foundation of importance of education that we can bring to the table. They are the heroes. They write their own story. We do not write their story for them at all. We are just here to help be part of whatever story they write and to help them really excel in that story. Maybe that story is graduating college. Maybe that story is going to work, but whatever they choose, we can be there with them through this whole process, whatever that might be. I love that it's a 12-year program, 12+ year program. I love that it's not just for today, it's for tomorrow. It's not just for the youth. Like we say, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So I'm ready to see where this marathon leads these children.
Putting on these programs is a great joy, but believe me, it truly takes a village to make something like this come together. So, if you feel it in your heart to give to this cause today, know that your financial contribution will go directly towards supporting our programs in both remote and in person as restrictions are lifted and our kids can make the most of this wonderful space.
With your financial help today, you can help the Friends of the Children Tacoma bring this chapter to life. That's what we need. We need your dollars to make our vision of a safe place for the youth of Tacoma to come to, that they know that they can be whatever they want to be, whatever that is, where they can find their spark, where they can have a sense of hope, where they can have a sense of belonging. That's what we're here for. We are here for that, for the families, and with you, you can help support.
So, what does the clubhouse look like? What can children expect to see when they set foot into our space? Well, tonight, I'm pleased to give you an exclusive tour of our brand new renovated Tacoma clubhouse. It gives me great joy every time I step inside, and I'm excited to show you around. Let's take a look. Our clubhouse building has a rich history in South Tacoma, having been constructed as a Pentecostal church that served this community for years as a place of growth and transformation. We're honoring and continuing the vision of the church through our programs. The renovations of this building include the latest security innovations for safety and well-being of our kids. Upstairs is our administrative center for the day-to-day operations of Friends Tacoma staff, and where members of the community can work, collaborate, host productive meetings, seminars, classes, and much more. This is not just an office, it's an extension of our vision to create a meaningful and transformative experience. We are excited to open our doors to see the transformative work of Friends Tacoma being demonstrated in the lives of the kids and families we serve.
All right, so you've heard about our mission, vision, plans for the future, walked through our Tacoma clubhouse, and even met a friend. But now it's your turn to take the spotlight. We want to give you the chance to ask questions. Any questions you have about Friends Tacoma. And here to answer your questions live is our program director, Angel Williams, our friend, Demi El-Khatib, and myself. Thank you so much for your time this evening. We really hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Thanks again to all of you who see the value in supporting our efforts with your financial contribution. And one more big thanks to the Tacoma Central Co-op for choosing us as a community partner and making tonight possible. Go to our website today to find out how you can get involved, and we'll see you again very soon.